All right, people. Today in this update, I'm going to be talking about the Apple update and Goldman Sachs update plan. So pay attention to certain things that I'm going to be saying in the video that are not in the boxes. All right, so Apple is a reversal setup that can test 149 to 153 before earnings. Okay, so this is the game that's happening. And the July 21 145 calls are key to reduce risk and make great profits on confirmation. Support is 142. So we know they've been playing this game, people. Before let me expand up with it. We know they've been playing this game on the 142 area. And also there's been something happening especially in that 145 area. And so this is why we need power. Even today there was no power, there was no volume in the morning, and they pulled it down. Some people, if they decided to buy support, they scalp support. I'm not bothering with support, but they need more money than people trying to short Apple. So to the scalpers, you lose again who's shorting it because the money was made going long. Anyways, and again, scalping Apple, I don't know. I mean, the money's in the bank. So I'm going to be talking about Goldman Sachs and JPM in this video as well, especially Goldman Sachs. But at the moment as it stands, this is what I would look, right? Because they're going to want to pop this towards these levels near earnings. So I don't know when they want to do it. We don't know. They might want to do it sometime next week. So we don't want to jump into the options to hold it for now. No reason. We need some sort of reason to get in. So in case if we do something like this, I'm gonna explain what I want, what I'm looking for. So Apple needs to break above 145 on some good action volume. And good action volume is 4 million on a 10-minute chart. All right. Now, if the volume, now I'm going to explain some key facts in the video. If the volume isn't there, then again, same situation. Basing above 145, we look for power towards 145 and a half to even 146. There's no choice. If we can get the volume and the power and we're trying to crack 145, there's an easy entry. But if we're not getting the volume, we're playing the chomp game, and volume is going to have to come in, or neither strong basing action and power towards key numbers, which Apple hasn't been able to do for the past few days, except for chop. Right? They'll test lower. They didn't test lower today, but they tested again at 142 only to pop it. Right? So there's the game. The support is 142. And then the resistance, or you can say the entry points, is between 145 and 146. So listen to what I said in the video. Let's go take a look at Goldman Sachs before we take a look at the options for Apple. All right, so here I have a plan for Goldman Sachs, an update. Basically Goldman Sachs is set up to test 235 to 240 quickly. Earnings are coming up, and I think they're going to give this a pop and start playing up over there very quickly. But we need to confirm, right? And what I saw interesting today was the July 14th options were trading. There was some good trading and good spreads in those. So we're going to take a look at these July 14th. Again, but confirmation is key, right? So GS needs to break above 229 on some good action volume, and good action volume is 500K. Listen, if we see strong volume and they cracking 229, that's an entry to jump into these options, okay? And if not, though, if we don't get that volume as we break out those levels, it could be in between. Then you're spacing above 229 and looking for power, smashing through 230 to even 230 and a half. There has to be that thing, and then again support. If Goldman Sachs happens to confirm, there is some good support in the 226 to 225 area. They seem to be bouncing those areas lately, and again the stock is just wedging and it's just ready to break up higher. JPM being leading it, great gains in the bank stocks. JPM. Anybody holding the JPM plan that I posted made some great money, and I'm going to post up that plan for you to take a look. Q's did what I explained. They bounced. I explained that, and of course Apple bounced but didn't really go anywhere. Let's go take a look at the options for Apple. Then we're going to take a look at the options for Goldman Sachs. All right, so first up here, we're going to take a look at the Apple options. Then we're going to be taking a look at the Goldman Sachs options. So just hold on and wait there, people. But, this is a great video to see for both sides of the equation. So you can see some ideas for both Apple and Goldman Sachs. As we can see the options for Apple, These are the 145s. Now, they're trading about $1.75, we'll say. Now, the way I see it, if this tries to confirm, it's still going to be in the 230, 250 area. It's still, the value of the options have just been fluctuating, but they gain easily. I can tell you this way. On July the 3rd, Apple's these 145, they were trying to confirm, and they were costing as high as about 270. Yeah, 270, 280. And so, while they chop this around, we might be able to get a good confirmation between a 2.0 to 2.5. And again, we'll wait for confirmation. I'll post it if I see it. But keep in mind the key numbers, in case Apple does something late. Let's go take a look at the Goldman Sachs. All right, so here we have the Goldman Sachs, and again, they may not want to confirm. They may want to confirm later on this week. They may want to confirm Goldman Sachs next week. But these are the ones I would look to use right now. The July 14, in the sweet spot is the 230 calls, and you can see this. The best open interest is really between the 227.5 to the 230s, but we could use the 230s. These are a good pivot point. Let me explain you this. If Goldman Sachs ends up strong by next week, above 230, options will retain value, and there's money to be made, right? So, I mean, if somebody wanted to use the 235s, they could, because it gives you some more time. Because right now, being Thursday for tomorrow, I mean, you could use again. There's a lot of trading in this week's weekly options as well. Let's take a look at them. You can see there's a lot of trading with the 230s, but I honestly think that if you're going to trade a Goldman Sachs, I got the July 14s. I would just choose the July 14s, and either trade the. I'll give you some suggestions. Either trade the 230s or the 235s. Okay, because you can make money in either or. Okay, so I would look for the July 14s in this plan. Either or the 230s or the 235s. All right, people, welcome to Power Target Trades, the place where I post these great solid plans. People, JPM, this is a great review, shows the great gains. I'm going to post this how to trade options. This one over here, this JPM, it's going to appear here at the end of the video over here. You can simply click in it, but you can find it if you don't want to do through the video. See, it says why the QQQs can bounce. I posted that on July the I think it was the 3rd or the 4th, as the markets had their down day. You should check out that video, what I said about the Qs, what happened today, and what I said and what happened. And again, JPM has been is a leader. Money is going into the banks. JPM continues to go higher, but Goldman Sachs hasn't really moved, but it's itching to move, people. So this is why we're going to pay attention to those confirmation points. I'm itching to go in. Goldman Sachs has been really good to me. So the banks have been very, very good. Great profits, and it looks like that's what they want. They want to take those banks higher, but you've got to be prepared. And right now, I'm looking for gold, because Goldman Sachs pays really quickly. You can make a quick 100% boom really quickly within an hour or two on confirmation, and then you can hold some runners. So keep that in mind. But anyways, people, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed to it. A lot of great videos here, a lot of great reminders. Confirmation is key. Study the videos, visit daily. Listen, people, we don't just enter the plans. We wait for confirmation. Just like Apple, I haven't been bothered to get into Apple. I know it's in the chop zone. There's people who want to scalp it. That's their game. I'm looking for Apple's going to make. There's a good chance Apple's going to make a directional move, and it may not want to do it this week. But at the same time, if we don't get in, it's going to be one of those non-smooth moves that it might just one of these days just make a gap move. Okay. So, anyways, let's stick to the plan. But Apple looks like it favors that they're going to want to go test those levels that I explained before earnings. It's just a matter of when, right? So confirmation is key. Study the videos, people. You see the center power trigger trade? It's going to appear here at the end of the video in a circle format. Simply click on it. It's going to be an easy way to subscribe. People, I make great videos. Again, we look for confirmation. Make sure you understand what I'm saying in the videos. You can always listen to them a few times. And make sure that you understand that I get in. We get in earlier with the volume, but if there's no volume, there's always a basing pattern, right? And waiting for confirmation really reduces risks and increases odds of making money. Most of the confirmed trades, the proper confirmed trades, we bat over 80% correct winning, some producing 100% to 300% gains, just like the JPM. If you go take a look at my JPM plan, it has all the information for you to go see and look for yourself and do your own research. But I banged that out. I put the JPM plan as the market was dropping. Okay, that means was June June the 27th. Yeah, the market was dropping, both the Qs and the SPYs. I put out a JPM plan. The next day, JPM confirms, and within 2 days, 300% gains. They bounced it back. If you held it even for more than that, greater than 300%. Check out the video. I'm going to check out this video. I'm going to post it over there. Sound Power Trick or Trade. Don't forget to look for that here. Click on that to easily subscribe. Thanks for listening. Like the video.